Hi, hello creatives, welcome back or to my channel. My name is Lindsay and today we are diving into my December daily from 2020. Starting with December 8th, we are doing one page for each day. This is just how I had planned to do this journal. This is a handmade journal that I made. I actually made two of them that I'm gonna still use I'm gonna use both of them for 2020. Because I want to use one page for each day. And I think that probably for the 24th, 25th, and 26th, I'll most likely use a couple more pages because there'll be lots of pictures. Maybe I'll do like a morning, afternoon, and evening, or just morning and evening, maybe. We'll see, but I want to fit all of the December dailies within these two junk journal style journals that I made. I didn't make them the best. They definitely could have been made better. I failed to realize that I could have easily put, so I used scrapbook paper that is only single-sided, so obviously the other side is white, but I failed to realize that I could alternate them of folding them different ways so that on each double page, I could have a pattern and a white page, where I was thinking that I was going to have two white pages and then two pattern pages. Hopefully that makes sense. It's a little confusing to say, but so I didn't quite realize that by myself, and I didn't realize it until watching a YouTube after. So this journal actually has a lot of pages that are glued together so that I could have a pattern on both sides. So the pages are quite thick. So these journals don't have many pages to them, but because they're quite thick, so that's why I ended up making two of them for the full month. I don't think I even made two of them realizing that I would use both of them for 2020, but I ended up making two of them. But anyways, so we are already in, I think the 9th it said. Did it say the 9th? Let me double check these pages because it's hard to read. I can't even read that small when I'm trying to do this voiceover, but I think this is, both pages are December 9th. And I think I must have done that because I have a lot of pictures that I wanted to add or just in the layout that I wanted to use. And as you see on screen, I'm dealing with, this is actually wrapping paper. So a lot of the embellishments that I'm using are wrapping paper that I used obviously for 2020 as a nice little keepsake to be able to remember the little wrapping papers that we used, or at least the style that was popular back then, or at least when we look at it in the future to know what was popular back then, thinking future me. Anyway, so it's I thought it was a great idea to use this as different photo paper backing, and I really like how it turns out. But I'm using, so the sticker book that I'm using right now is of, what sticker book is this? I'm drawing a blank here. Oh, the Happy Planner one, the Winter Book Happy Planner brand. And the different embellishments that I'm using right here, like this label and stuff, it's all the tags and cutout pages from the actual scrapbook paper. I can try and link the two paper pads that I use below. They're both from Michaels. They're both one of the hot buys. So I'll see if I can try and find them, or maybe I'll insert the name of the scrapbook paper pad name, at least in the description box. So we're moving on to December 10th. And I mean, there's not a whole lot to say about each of these pictures. I do have blue hair in the first one. So I ended up going from pink hair to blue hair to purple hair. And the hairdressers have been closed for so long here in Ontario. So, I mean, I got lucky, and my hairdresser is very good at his job. And the fade that's happening with the purple is fading really nice. The front is still blonde, and then the back is kind of faded to a pink. Anyways, I mean, no need to talk about my hair, but I finally go for an appointment on Saturday, so I'm really looking forward to that. But so the picture that I put down is actually pretty fun. So that is a snowman that I did during my work Christmas party. I was on maternity leave at the time of these photos, but they did a virtual Christmas party because due to obviously COVID restrictions and stuff, we couldn't do the big party we normally have. But they did a fun department Christmas party that was all done through Zoom, and we did a paint night, and we were able to have a couple of glasses of wine or whatever drink of your choice, and we painted this all together as a big group of like 35 people. So that was a lot of fun. And then I'm just doing a little cluster at the top of my son finally feeding himself. It took him forever, and he still didn't really do it all that often after this photo was taken, but it was still nice nonetheless that he was feeding himself that morning. And then the pictures at the bottom, the little tip-in that I added is a tag from a bathing suit my husband bought me. And it's from a place here in Canada. It's a woman-owned company, Laundry. I'm terrible. I don't know how to pronounce it, but they have a really flattering bathing suit style. It's like a little bit higher on the hips. I loved it. It's very comfortable, very good quality, and on the tag, it says body type, and then it says so fucking beautiful, which I just loved that. So I also added that little tag, which is the little tag that's above the photo of my family in the hot tub. So I thought that was suiting and fitting, and I think that's awesome that they put that in their packaging. But we are finishing up this page. I go in and add a date stamp on each of my pages so that I know, looking back, what each day or what each page is from. And we are moving on to December 12th. And this day was a lot of fun. We moved. We have a parrot. Not sure if you've watched any of my other videos to know that we have a parrot, and we had to move our parrot into our bedroom. Just the layout of our house and just how loud he can get during the day and stuff. It just was better to have him in our bedroom for now, and in the spot where we put him in our room is where my desk was. So we ended up moving my desk from that section in our bedroom to this other section downstairs in the basement that's more in a communal area. For those of you that don't know, we live in the basement we live in a raised bungalow, so not really a basement, but we live in the lower level of my husband's parents' house. And so I spent this day, well, not the entire day, just the time my son was napping, switching all of my stuff from one side to the other, which was so much fun. So yeah, I was able to spend that time organizing my desk, and then we had sushi and followed by the hot tub night and stuff. And then now I'm doing December 13th, which is the day after my mother-in-law reached 1,000 subscribers on her YouTube channel. I can leave her channel linked below. It's called Bailey's Barn, and it's all about our hobby farm and a house goat and all of the fun we have here on this hobby farm. But anyway, so we had cake, and my son loved it. He got really messy. He got all of his hands in it and just loved it. So, but now I'm still doing December 13th. This is the only page that I decided to do 2 pages on, and maybe it's just how the layout was working with the pictures and stuff, but I decided to do 2 pages. And then this is the day that we ended up hanging our stockings. I used the tag from the stocking that I bought for my son, which is the smaller one you can see in the middle of that photo. And these are not our actual stockings, they are just decoration ones. And then, you know, full disclosure here, just, you know, throwing myself under the bus, but the command strips that we used are still up on the wall. They are currently holding mini sticks that my husband and son got for Christmas, and that's our sense of decoration right now, because, you know, sometimes laziness gets the best of us, and sometimes we just don't have a whole lot of space down here, and we got to put our shit somewhere. So we put it on the wall. But, I mean, it's out of the way. It's not that big of a deal. We hopefully plan to buy a house this year, sometime soon, within the next couple of months. Currently, all the money stuff is happening, so that is all very exciting. But we are now working on the very final page of today's journal with me. This is December 14th, and this is the only pages that I have done in my 2020 December daily. Bad. I really, really wanted to be on the ball for this year, or for, I guess, last year, so that I could work on 2021 this year. But so hopefully I can get those done soon, so those can be videos that are going to come out in December. This video is actually recorded in December of last year, but only just getting released now. But so hopefully I'm more on the ball for 2020 and 2021 to just get up to speed and do it for 2021 at the time that it's happening. So fingers crossed. Let's just all hope together and maybe yell at me in the comments to get it all done, so that I am held accountable and that I'm more forced to do it. But I'm just going in here with some final doodles that I like to add on mostly all of my pages. And I tend to like to do them at the end just to kind of fill in some space. And then I go in after with all of my journaling that you will see in the final flip through. So I want to thank you so much if you've made it this far. I hope you like, comment, share, subscribe, do all of the things. Click that little notification bell so you don't miss an upload. It truly helps my channel grow, and I will see you very soon in the next one. Bye.